Hello, and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa, and I live in Michigan with my husband and my two girls. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 149. I got my coffee and my Scrappy Sunday mug today. Peppermint mocha creamer. Keep wanting to say pumpkin spice. We got some weird lighting going on because the sun is out. The sun has just came out, and it's like the beam is like right in my face and on the camera, so it might look weird today. Today is Sunday, April 17th, 2022. It is Easter. Happy Easter if you celebrate. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, cross-stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. If you are new, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. That's good. Ooh, it's gonna blow my face out. I will have all the show notes right down there. If you click that little chevron thing, I will have links to my Instagram, my Ravelry, links to all the patterns, all the bag shops, yarn shops, all that good stuff right down there. All right, this week I had a weird crafting week. I was kind of like all over the place. Did I focus on the whips that I had? Not really. I veered off and had very many squirrel moments. I cast on 3 new projects. One of them I finished. And then after I cast on those 3 projects, I was feeling overwhelmed. And I'm like, what have I done? I know that I don't like having more than 5 whips. Even more than 3 whips stresses me out. And here I am, just casting things on willy-nilly. But I think I'm feeling a little better. I got one of them finished. Just keep on trucking, I guess. I don't know what I did. Why do I do this to myself? So, I have 4 whips and I'm going to count it as 5 finished objects, but it's one thing, 5 of them. So I'm counting that as 5. I feel like, what else? I'm going to talk about, I have some stash, and reading and watching. Yeah. So it might be a long one today. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. We start with finish objects, and spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I have no finish object socks. It's okay. I think I'm feeling okay. They're kind of socks. But you know what? I had 3 finished socks last week, so I'm not beating myself up. So this is a crochet project. I talked about this last week, and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to start that, and then I just finished it. So I used Red Heart Super Saver. This is 100% acrylic yarn in the gray heather color. I talked about making these slippers for my dad for Christmas. I make them every year. And usually in May, it's like, okay, I need to make these. Well, I started a couple weeks early this year. So I used this hook. This is a K 10.5, 6.50 millimeter. I like the Susan Bate hooks. Now, it's been a long time since I've crocheted, and after a while, this kind of hurt my hand. Just the way I was, holding it and pressing it, it hurt. It hurt right here, but I'm fine now. No worries. So, yep, this is the hook I use. And I found this pattern. This is a vintage pattern. Maybe not vintage. How old does that have to be vintage? I don't know. So I printed this pattern in 2008. I found this pattern on the Lion Brand website, but I did a little search on Ravelry, and it's on there. So if I remember to change my show notes, I will put both in there for you. This was a free pattern, so I don't know if it still is. I'm assuming it still is. And let's see. I did, does it tell you? Okay, I did the foot length of 10 inches, which is, let's see. Probably a men's medium. I don't know, the sizing is weird, but here's the pattern. It's called Crochet Adult Booties. So, I mean, I had to do a lot of, like, changing of this pattern because I was like, I wrote a lot of notes here, and then now I don't follow those notes anymore. Well, some of them I do. I can get one pair of booties out of one skein of yarn. I do have leftovers. And this is the one that's 5 ounces, I think. Yep, 5 ounces. So I think like the variegated ones are a little less in weight, so you might have to check that. But my dad likes the gray color. What is blowing on my face? I'm going to be ghost today. So yeah, there it is. So I finished 5 pairs. Let's see if I can. 5 pairs, 10 booties. I will unfold them, but I have them all folded nicely. Look at, here's all the booties. Oh, look at that. Maybe that'll be a screenshot. Probably not. Okay, I will unfold one of them. They're all the same. I mean, some of them are like different colors just because of dye lot. But since I do one pair out of one skein, it doesn't matter if the whole bunch of them are different dye lot. So here it is. There's the back, or the bottom, I guess. They look so dorky. I can't put them on my sock block because they're like wool clogs. So the construction is interesting. I like it because it's, I don't have to sew anything together. It's just one strand of yarn and you just keep going. So there's only 2 ends to weave in. So you start at the bottom here and you knit this piece back and forth flat until it's your length. And then you pick up stitches, I don't know how to show this. You pick up stitches all around here and then you knit up this way. And you knit through the back loop, I think, or the front loop, one of those. So then you knit up this way, and then I think your beginning of row is right here. And then you go back and forth this way, and you pick up stitches all along the end. Until you get to your desired foot length. And then you knit around. This is awkward. You knit around all the way up. And then that's it. So there's no sewing to get, nothing to sew together, which is nice. So yeah, I had to make a lot of these trial and error just to get him to fit his foot. So I found the formula and I've just repeat. So every year he gets a bunch. Like I said in my previous episode, he wears holes in the bottom of it. And I thought about how to reinforce it. And I talked to him about it, and he's like, I love them just the way they are. Don't change anything. So this is kind of a waste. It's probably not good for the environment. But I don't know. I don't know what to do. He loves them. The yarn's really cheap. the yarn is probably not good for the planet either, but we're all just trying to do our best, right? So that is my only finished object. All these booties, slippers, whatever. We call them booties because he thought it was funny that they were called adult booties. All right, and that is all of my finished objects. I thought I was going to have one as a whip so that I can show you kind of like in the middle of the construction, but I think Friday I finished my last one, so I'm like, well, they're going to be FOs this time. Okay, are we ready for whips? All right, I have 2 sock whips because I cast on another pair, but we'll talk about that in a minute. It's very rare that I show whips more than 2 weeks in a row, but I think I'm going to have to break that rule or break that cycle or whatever you want to call it, because, you know, that's what happens when you have so many whips. You can only work on so many things. There's always so much time in the day. All right, I do not remember where I was with these. These are my scrappy socks. This is what I have left, or the colors I haven't used. This is a Bumblebee Acres Advent Calendar from 2020 that I just randomly found in my stash, so I decided to. I was going to make scrappy socks with these. That was the intent. I just put it away and then I forgot about it. Oh my word, look at these. So I'm doing Matchy scrappy socks. I've never done this before. I'm pretty sure this is the first time. Usually when I do scrappy socks, I go crazy, but I decided, let's go crazy Matchy. So I'm up to the heel. That's where these white markers are. I'm going to cut in and do an afterthought heel. I was thinking about, for toes and heels, how I'm going to do my striping, and I think I figured it out. So I have this gray. I think I'm going to use this gray. I do like 4 or 5 rows before I do my decrease, so I think I'm going to do those 4 or 5 rows in that gray, and then I'm going to change my color, and then do 2 colors for the heel. I don't know. I'm kind of concerned about yarn, a yardage. I don't know if I'm going to have enough, because I am on color, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 17 colors in here, and I still have a ways to go, and I have this much left, so I think I am going to definitely use all colors, and I'm probably going to have to repeat. So I will probably have to go back down here. I don't know. I still have, yeah, so this is my first color that I used. So I still have some left. Do I have enough to do 6 stripes, or 6 rows on each sock? If I don't know what I'm going to do. I used more of this one because it was my cast on. So that's my second color. Maybe I'll skip and do this one. I don't know yet. But this is all the colors I used so far. Whoop, whoop. And my needle. And my needle case. So, I mean, I have enough to do. I feel like I have enough to do at least one more stripe on each sock. So, we're just going to play it by ear. If you are curious about all my stitch markers, I have a video linked down below. I'm doing 6 rows per color, like I said. Chiaogoo red lace needles. 2.5 millimeter, which is a US 1.5. Doing 64 stitches. And 12 rows of 2x2 rib. And, oh my word, so many ends. This one's going to take a long time to weave all the ends. It kind of looks weird on this side is because that's where I changed my color. So when I tighten them up and weave the ends in, it'll look better. So yeah, there's the side without the markers on it so you can see it. Oh, I really love these. And this is a thicker base, so I feel like I might not have to do as many rows as I normally do. So we will see, but I think I'm definitely going to use every single color, which that makes me happy. Then I won't have to decide which one to leave out. I'm hoping these will be done. I don't know. I have lots of stuff going on. I need to make a schedule. This day, work on this. This day, work on that. I feel like if I touch some of my whips, I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to work on them all day. But I'm definitely going to work on the scrappy socks today. Because it's Scrappy Sunday. All right, this is a new whip. I dug out my Scooby-Doo bag. I love Scooby-Doo. From Stitching Plaza. Oh, I think this was a birthday present. I think. All right, new whip. So we gotta dig out the tag. I am on Operation Use Up My Felici stash here because I feel like new colors are going to be here before I know it. So I started a new one. Knitpicks Felici. This is it Bayou or Bayou? Bayou? B-A-Y-O-U? Bayou? I think it's Bayou. I don't know, whatever. And I bought this in fall of 2021. I like writing those on there so I can see how old it is in my stash. All right. Do I have... Okay, I have both. When did I start these? I don't even remember starting these. It's all a blur. Maybe I did it Sunday. Or Monday. I don't know. So, I cast on the second sock. I think I cast them on at the same time. Or same day. So, I have one cuff. They're not going to match. I'll flip it over so you can see. This one is interesting. I wasn't expecting this big black stripe, but I kind of dig it. It's a little better. So these are going to be for my daughter Chloe. She picked them out. Kind of sad because it's got those two greens in there, which are my favorites. The heel is going to go right where these white markers are. I'm going to do a cut-in afterthought heel. It's not right in the middle of the black, which kind of got me a little OCD twitchy, but I think it'll be all right. I was thinking of my original plan was to do Knitpicks Stroll Dove Heather, but I don't know. I'll have to see where the second sock stripe ends, and I might do black because I got black Stroll over there. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Because I'm sure that black isn't going to match. So it's not like it's going to blend in there well. So I don't know. I still might do the gray. So yeah. 64 stitches. Same thing as my previous one. Chiaogoo red lace. 2.5 millimeter. US 1.5. 64 stitches. I use a 32-inch cord. So, yeah, trucking along. Whoops. But, yeah, I am on a mission to use my Felici. So once these are done, I'm probably going to cast on another pair. I haven't decided. Maybe you guys can help me with that. Let me put that away and I'll dig out the two colors. My daughter picked a bunch of Felici colors out, so I'm trying to knit hers first, and then I'll knit the rest for me. Alright. Doop. I guess I don't need to grab both, but I'm gonna. So I'm making both of these for her. So which one should I do next? One of them I have knit before. I knit shorty socks for me. And the other pair I've never knit the colorway. Anyway. Now this one, they're not going to match. I think one is more saturated than the other one. I mean, I don't know. You probably can't tell, but I feel like once I start knitting it, this one is darker. So should I cast on, this is Rustic Cabin. Rustic Cabin, or Game Over. Excuse me. So, I mean, I could ask her, but I don't. I think at this point she's like, I don't care, Mom. Just do whatever you want. So, which one? Game Over or Rustic Cabin? Comment down below. But yeah, I think I'm going to be casting on all the Felici real soon, man. Those scrappy socks that I showed, those are for the Easy Peasy Scrappy Sock Cal that ends April 30th. Does April have 30 days or 31 days? Pretty sure it's 30 days. Whatever the last day of April is, that's how long it ends. So I want to get those finished before that cal ends. I think that's my 7th pair of scrappy socks the past 2 months. It was fun. I love scrappy socks. But I think after this pair, I might take a little break and focus on the Felici and like some of this indie dad stuff. I need to, so much yarn. So much yarn. All right. So those are my sock whips. Now we're gonna go to my shawl. I worked on this Monday and Tuesday, and then I put it down for the rest of the week. So it'll be a surprise of how much I got done. Oh, I did start a new ball of Stroll White. This is, probably should start with that. This is my Painting Honeycombs shawl by Stephen West. I am using Knitpicks Stroll White as my main color, and I'm using my advent calendar from Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Horde Yarns. Their Harry Potter Advent from 2021. Oh my word. Oh, I forgot. I forgot how beautiful this is. Okay. I'm getting excited just looking at it here. It's a good thing about, doing this podcast. Keeps me motivated, and then it's like, yeah, I set projects down, and then I'm like, oh. So that mushroom was where I was last week. That is a Simply Serving Progress Keeper. It's a little mushroom. It's got a little face. I don't know. It's probably a Mario mushroom, but she doesn't label it that way. So that's how much I got done. Whoop, whoop. I think I used all 24 colors. And then I have to start back with one right here. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I have 31 stripes, color stripes. I'm supposed to have 55. Oh, it's beautiful. And I'll show you the back. I love the back too. The back, you can really see the stripes. Ooh, look at that. And I'm doing the Weave and Steven method for my ends. So those are all weaved in. I feel like this is really going to grow when I block it. It doesn't look that big right now, but once I stretch this out, oh, it's going to be glorious. Once I stretch that out, you'll see all those honeycombs. Right now they just look like little bricks. But once you stretch it out like that, oh, it's going to be beautiful. Let's see. I'm using Chiaogoo, my interchangeable set, the 5-inch tips. US 5s, 3.75 millimeter. Yeah, that's pretty much it, but it's beautiful. I love it. The rows are getting very long. I don't remember how many stitches. I want to say at least 200. At least, maybe really close to 200. I don't know. You increase every other row of 1 stitch. So slowly increasing. Oh. We can't really see the colors in there, but oh, it's pretty. So I will move my marker and we will see how much I get done this week. It might be a surprise. It might be not a lot. It might be a lot. I don't know. Like I said, I have lots of whips. So I like to just work on something for a little bit, get a different project out. And my yarn is tangled in my microphone cord. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that is my shawl. All right, and my last whip is a surprise whip that the pattern came out Tuesday, and I'm like, I'm doing this. I don't know how this is going to work. But I found it hilarious that so many people on Instagram messaged me and they said, oh, I saw that and I thought of you and I was hoping you would cast it on. I did, and I don't know about this. A lot of people said, embrace it, wear it, it will be colorful and beautiful. And I'm trying to work on, I've always had this issue about, what is it? Worrying about what people think of me. I'm still struggling with that. I thought I would be over it by now because I'm like almost 40. Still have an issue once in a while. So I don't know if I'm going to wear this in public. We'll see. We'll see how it fits and how it feels. And if I feel good in it, then I will wear it in public and say, I don't know what your problem is. Have you ever knit a sweater? That's right, it's a sweater. Cast on another sweater. Who am I? This is the Garter Marler Sweater by Stephen West. I don't want to give too much away. And there's the sizes. This is a paid for pattern, so I don't want to give too much away. I am doing the size medium, which seems like, really? I feel like I should be doing a bigger size. Did I do gauge swatch? No, I didn't. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. So, my bust is about 39, 40 inches. So, I am doing the medium, which is 42 inches. I don't want a tight sweater. I think in his pictures, it's a more fitted sweater. So it looks like 1 inch of positive ease is the large size shown, with about 1 inch of positive ease. I don't want 1 inch. I want a little bit more. And since this is super wash yarn, it's going to grow. Hopefully. Does the garter grow? I think so. So I figured if I did 42, if it is a little smaller, then I will try it on as I go because it is a top-down sweater, so that is helpful. Yeah, I feel like it's going to grow and stretch, so I'm not concerned about it being too tight. And I don't think it's going to be like, I'm pretty sure it's not going to have like 10 inches of positive ease by the time it's done. Maybe it will. I don't know. I doubt it. So you hold fingering weight together, double for this one. I am using the recommended needles. I used I used a US 6 for the collar. Is that what's it called? The collar. I want to say the brim because that's what it looks like, but it's not a brim. So the collar, the cuffs, and the hem, I'm going to do a US 6, and then the body is US 7. Yeah. right, I think that's it. Are you ready to see it? Ready to see this craziness? Oh, here we go. I was rearranging myself and I had it in my hand. Look at this. So, one thing that I did, I should have done it like he did in the pattern, but I thought, I'm like, it'll be fine. I think it will be fine, but for my short rows, I did pretty much how he did it in the pattern. He had a video on how to do the short rows, and I didn't do that. I mean, this thing is busy enough. Can you really tell? I mean, you can now because I'm pointing it out, but they're kind of bumpy. Maybe blocking will help it. And it's self-striping yarn, so I think it would have been better if I used all of one color for the whole thing and down here. I don't know, it's fine. But I was successful at doing my short rows. So this is the back. And this is the front. So for the body, I'm using all of my Knitpicks Felici scraps. The cuff here, or cuff, the collar, I use Knitpicks Stroll, Dove Heather, and Cobblestone Heather. I thought using 2 grays would look nice with all of this rainbow barf that I got going. So this is like an experiment. I figured, you know what, it's just scraps. It's not really wasting my time because I enjoy knitting, and this is something different. It's either going to be awesome, epic, or unicorn barf, like I said in my Instagram post. But it's really squishy. It kind of reminds me of the Cozy Comfort Throw, but it's going to be on my body. Because I used Felici and Stroll with that one. But this one I was trying not to buy yarn. Because Felici is going to be coming out pretty soon, and I need to save my pennies for that. So I just said, you know what? Let's just do all Felici and see what happens. All right, this is my bag of Felici. After, the many years of knitting Felici socks, I did that Cozy Comfort Throw. I did the Stephen West's was that Vertices Unite. I knit that with all Felici scraps, and this I still have all this. I don't know where this bag came from. There's no tag on it. There's no tag on the inside. I have no idea. But look at this thing. It's like as big as my head. So this is another reason why I am wanting to work through more of that, so I can add it to this, because I don't know, is this enough? I am holding it double, so it's eating it faster. I don't know. But yeah, look at this. It's like big as my head. And that is all Felici scraps in there. Let's see. I'm holding these two together right now. I don't remember what they were called. I think this one was Blue Lagoon. And this one was Fiesta? I don't remember. But that's what I'm holding. Holding those right now. And yeah, so this is what I have so far. Once I get a little bit... I'm definitely going to try it on when I get closer to splitting for the sleeves to see the depth-wise and see how big it is. But, and my sleeves, this is not going to match. Since I have so many little balls of scrap Felici, one sleeve is going to be one color and one sleeve is going to be the other color. I am not going to try to match them. It's going to be too difficult with self-striping yarn. It would be different if it was like speckled or tonal scraps, because then I could easily say, okay, 10 colors, or 10 rows of this color, 10 rows of this color, and then just keep doing it. But with self-striping yarns, I'm not even going to bother. It's going to be wild and crazy. and I'm okay with that. So I think this is going to be smooth sailing from now on. The short rows were the part that was stressing me out the most. I kept reading the pattern and reading the pattern. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. And then I actually sit down and do it step by step. It was easy. Oh, I always do that to myself. So here's what I got. So I'm doing another sweater. Look at me go. And if my kids ever bug me, I'll just, say, hey, I'm going to wear that to your graduation. How would you like that? So be kind to me. So yeah, I don't know if I'll ever wear it in public. We'll wait and see. I don't like to bring attention to myself, and I feel like with that sweater, it's going to be, whoa, you're going to see me from like a mile away. I don't know. But I think it's going to be cozy and squishy and warm. And I don't have a problem with Felici being scratchy. This will be my first sweater with superwash yarn, so this will be a learning experience with size and whatnot. But I would like to make one with Felici scraps and then hold a solid color throughout the whole sweater. I think that would be really cool. That might tone it down a little. I don't know. It's an experiment. So that is my sweater. I really want to work on that too. Technically I could because it's Scrappy Sunday. And that is scraps. We'll see. We'll see how much time I have today. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on today, so I got laundry going. So I might have... Seems like on podcast days I don't have a lot of knitting time. That's okay. All right, that is all my whips. Let's go on to reading and watching. And then we'll go into stash. So for reading, I finished Harry Potter number 1. I think it's the Sorcerer's Stone. Whatever Harry Potter one is. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And then I am still reading Magician's Gambit. That is book number 3 in the Pawn of Prophecy series. I'm reading that on my Kindle before I go to bed. So I think I'm like 20% in. Yeah, I try to read at least one chapter a night, but sometimes I only read half a chapter. Or a couple pages. So that's it for reading. I need to find a audiobook to listen to while I knit this week. I was thinking about getting out Outlander. I don't remember what book I left off at. I want to say it was 6 or 7. I know I'm like 3 books behind, so I'm feeling like maybe I should get that out. I have that on my Audible because those books are chunky, and there's no way I'd be able to finish that book in 3 weeks or 2 weeks. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. I think it's probably like 40 hours. Though I'm not sure how long it is. But it's a big book, so I might start that. We'll see. I'll look through my library and see if they have anything that catches my fancy. All right, watching. I started Breaking Bad season 2. I like it. I think I'm like 4 episodes in. Yeah, I think I finished 4 episodes. I like it so far. Vikings season 2, we're almost done. We have, I think, 1 more episode left. Oh, I like the season. It was very good. So we're going to keep on going with that. Thank you again to that viewer that bought that season 2 DVD set for me. Thank you again. You know who you are. I appreciate it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And Netflix does have the season 3. So we're all good. And then Walking Dead, I watched that. That is done. Not done. I think there's 8 more episodes. But I've been trying to look up when they start back up because I know they're going to take a break. But I can't find anything. So if you know when it goes back, it starts back up again. Or is it really done? Was that it? I feel like that wasn't it. It didn't have that finished feeling. So I don't know. If you know when it starts up again, please let me know. Otherwise, I will just maybe wait a while. My dad said it doesn't start until 2023. Is that true? Do I have to wait that long? I feel like it's like October. I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments. If you don't, then you don't. You're in the same boat as me. So yeah, that's all my reading and watching. I think I told you I finished Supernatural. And I told my husband, I'm like, well, Walking Dead's done. Can I still have the TVs on Monday or whatever day of the week to watch my other streaming shows on Netflix? He said yes, so I have to figure out. This is another thing you can help me with if you want. So by the time I post it. No. Okay, if I post it on Monday. If people watch it on Monday when it actually gets uploaded, then you can comment. I have the last season of Orange is the New Black. I have not finished. So it's either that one or whatever season of Grey's Anatomy that I left off with. Which one should I watch? Part of me wants to like just finish Orange is the New Black, but I don't know how many seasons of Grey's Anatomy I have. Probably 3. Maybe 4. I don't know. It's been a really long time since I've watched it. I have no idea where I left off. I don't even know if I left off in the middle of a season or at the beginning of a season. Luckily, Netflix saves what you watch, so then I can just go through and wait until I see one with no red line on it. So I think those are the two shows. So I might do Grey's, then go back to Orange, and then go back to Grey's. Or I just might finish Orange and then just do Grey's for the next 3 years. I feel like that's how long it's going to take me to watch the rest of it. So if you have a comment, which one should I watch? Put it down below. Those are my options. I do have a lot of, 2 seasons of Stranger Things left to watch, but my husband said he wants to watch it now. So we'll have to go back. So I'll just watch those with him, probably. All right, that's my reading and watching. Last, we'll do Mustache. Now this one, she forgot to put a tag on it, but I'm pretty sure it's Sprout with I got the mini that goes with it. I talked about this last week. Look at this. And there is the potted soil mini. Oh my word. These need to be socks. This is her Targhee base. 90% superwash Targhee, 10% nylon. It's a 3-ply, 411 yards per 100 grams. Woolens and Nosh. I have bought 3 skeins of her yarn and I've never used them yet. Probably because I'm savoring them because they're so hard to get. This one is definitely going to be socks. Yep, 3 skeins. I have this one. I have Percolated and Winter Mint. I think Winter Mint I'm going to save and do for a Christmas sock because it's green and red. Those will probably be the first ones I cast on. Oh, it's beautiful. Love it. And that's all my stash. I did buy, last week I said Freckled Whimsy is going to do the Advent skein this year, and that day that I recorded, she put up listings for it. And I'm like, I don't know when she's going to do it. And then I'm like, oh. And then I'm signed up on her newsletter, and then I got an email, and I'm like, oh, drop everything. So I did order that. That is the only yarn I purchased this week. My bad. So I say I'm going to call that a win. And that one's not coming until probably November. So, yeah. I still need to make a DB, Desert Vista Dye Works order. But I need to do that because that coupon's going to expire. I think it expires in June. So I need to get on that. And that's pretty much it. I guess life stuff real quick. The weather is kind of weird. It's like it gets really cold and then it gets warm and then it gets really cold. We're going to have a couple. It was really cold yesterday. I think the high was like 40. It was freezing. Looks like we got some sun today, which is nice. It's sunny. I'm squinting. We might get some SNOW tomorrow. I'm not too happy about that. I'm hoping it's just, oh, there's some flakes and not like inches, because that would not be cool. Not cool at all. And then I think like Thursday and starting Thursday, it's going to start warming up each day. And I think the weekend, it's going to be like in the mid 70s. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. We're going to have all the windows open. We might go out for ice cream. Oh, I think it's going to be nice. So we just got to count the days till the weekend over here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing else is going on. It's kind of the same old blah around here, which is fine. I like boring. Just knitting away. Crocheting all, or not crocheting. Well, I guess crocheting all those booties this week, but goals for this week, I don't really have any. I would like to finish at least one pair of those socks. Maybe the scrappy ones. I might focus on those today. And then tomorrow, I need to work on my sweater in the morning and my shawl in the afternoon or something. Because I need to finish one of those big whips. I was going to wait until I finished the shawl to start that sweater, but I couldn't help myself. Excuse me. So, that's what I did. I cast it on. So, I guess we will see what happens this week with my craftiness. I do not want to cast anything else on. No more cast-ons. Unless I finish. No, I think even if I finish one of my socks, I don't think I'm going to cast on another pair. I don't know. We'll see. If I do cast on another pair, it's probably going to be Felici. No more scrappy socks. I think I'm done. All right. We will wrap this up right now. We're at almost 50 minutes. Here I go again. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. Which yarn should I use? Cast on next? Rustic Cabin? Game Over? Also, should I watch Orange is the New Black or Grey's Anatomy? Put that down there. If you guys don't want to vote, that's fine. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll close my eyes and just pick one. Yeah, I think that's it. I said like, subscribe, share if you want to, if you know anybody else that would like to watch my videos. Ring the bell if you want to be notified when I post a new video. Usually I record on Sundays, upload Sunday nights, and publish when I wake up in the morning. So far, that has been working for me. So if you do not see me, something happened with YouTube and my video didn't upload, pretty much. Yeah, that would be what would happen. If that did happen, I will try to put it, I don't know how to use the community thing, but I'll try to figure it out and put that in there so you guys don't worry about me. Okay. I hope you have a good week. I hope you're all well, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.